What's up, YouTube? Here's your boy CJ. I'm back with another YouTube video. I'm playing NBA right now. This actually all the games that I played on YouTube right now. I don't think we go to the playoffs this year, but everything next year I will leave a link for y'all and post videos. I'm going against the Clippers right now, so here and watch.
The enchanting sunset over the desert of Phoenix. We are live from the U.S. Airways Center for a Western Conference contest featuring the Suns here in Phoenix. Welcome to the Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Taking a look at the Clippers, they can secure their spot in the postseason with the victory here.
Seeing where the Clippers are, they've got people all around the league shaking and scratching their heads, trying to figure out why a team that was so potent last year is now squarely in the middle of the pack.
Well, they went through a few changes in the offseason, but not enough where you'd think the team would make such a dramatic drop. I'm surprised. I thought this club would be a lot better.
We've got a chance here to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for the Clippers right now, Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. Douglas Roberts is out there with Paul, and it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Johnson with a screen on Barnes. Green, an easy 2 points on the layup.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
Gerald Green, hot and cold throughout his career, drafted 17th back in 2005. Steve, the 2007 dunk contest champ, we were there to see that. Then out of the league for over 2 seasons.
Well, Kevin, he was even waived by his teams in Russia and China. So you think about how much he's improved. It's incredible. He's always had the talent to play in this league. I think, you know, had to figure out his niche and understand, you know, how to limit his mistakes. But last year, a terrific campaign for him.
And it's Johnson penetrating. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Paul kicks to Jordan. Tipped away.
Let's go.
It's stolen by Johnson. For the finish. A huge slam. The perfect end of the fast break.
Great job capitalizing on that steal and getting the easy points in transition.
Exactly how it should be done after a turnover.
On the wing, Douglas Roberts. He's guarded by Johnson. Douglas Roberts' shot is off.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by Green. Johnson's got 5 points so far.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Barnes with it. Last game we saw him score 13. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. You know, for a player whose star shines as brightly as Blake Griffin, Steve, it seems there are a lot of naysayers regarding his game, although I think you and I would agree he expanded his game, certainly this past year.
Well, I can tell you this. I am not one of those naysayers because I think Blake Griffin was the 3rd best player in the NBA last year. The offensive expansion to his game, the post game, the passing, the ball handling in transition. I mean, he is an amazing player, and has gotten better and better every year.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And, you know, hey, anytime a player starts to get a lot of endorsements and TV spots, it puts him under the magnifying glass. You become a target.
Come on.
Other players see Blake Griffin on that pedestal,
Get that, boy.
They're not going to hesitate sometimes to try to take him down the
pitch.
pitch.
Dribble right, man. Let's go.
Johnson with it. Chris
Assist.
Paul
Come on,
covering. And the wide open shot from Green. No good from
Green gotta
outside.
make that.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Into Jordan. Plumlee with the steal.
Oh,
Johnson, a wide open look. Phoenix, no good that time either.
And for Griffin, an all-star from his rookie season, the spotlight came early, but it hasn't taken away from his competitive drive. I think the criticism he's faced, fair or not, it will only spur him to greater heights.
Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Griffin's got 6.
Well, he's off to a good start, and he's a guy who we know. I mean, if he gets going early, he can give you problems all day.
And it's Johnson penetrating, and he throws it down hard with one hand. Absolutely, Clark. No one in his airspace on that dunk.
Yeah, but come on, Kevin. The defense can't let that happen.
I hope they let it happen more. It's fun to watch that guy fly.
Just a gift, 2 points they gave up. That's awful.
And it's the Clippers with the ball. The Suns getting the bucket, and that one's good. Barnes.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
The Suns have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. And it's Johnson penetrating. Here's Plumlee. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Plumlee's got his first points in this one.
Well, I like the way he orchestrated in tight that time, fellas.
Thomas against Paul. Here's Douglas Roberts. The shot is off. And Phoenix the other way now. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
And Kevin, when you don't take advantage of your trips to the free throw line, which they definitely did not, it's tough to recover from.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, they left a lot of cheese and lettuce at that foul line, partner.
Not to mention some ham and turkey, Clark.
Now here's Barnes. Isaiah Thomas unable to get his last shot to go. Clock at 4. Here's Paul, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot, he'll shoot 2.
You know, it's interesting. Chris Paul possessing great quickness, and yet his natural inclination is not to push the pace. He tends to prefer to operate in the half court, running the pick and roll.
You talk about Paul's preference to play in the half. Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan Clark tend to flourish in the open floor.
And to me, Kevin, it's really about finding that balance, the right balance. But a good sign for the Clippers has been Blake's development as a half-court offensive weapon. He's shooting it better, facing the basket. He's shooting it better with his back to the basket.
He got
making his free throws at a higher rate, so that lends itself to being a little more effective in the half-court.
Good observation. Now here is Douglas Roberts. 17 points for him last game against Denver. A shot by Paul, nobody around. That one off the back iron and out. The Los Angeles Clippers come into this one following a loss to the Nuggets.
You know, it's a little bit surprising that the game got away from them because for long stretches they were the better team.
They really were. Outplayed them. If you looked only at the stat sheet, you'd have a hard time figuring out how they lost it. But it was a case of a few intangibles that didn't play out in their favor that made all the difference.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Plumlee. And it's P.J. Tucker in for Green. And then for Los Angeles, Hawes comes in for Jordan. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Chris Douglas Roberts. The offensive rebound. Shot's good from Hawes.
Well, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active, be energetic, and react as soon as the shot goes up.
Johnson outside. They double team Johnson. Thomas goes in, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Isaiah Thomas actually named after the former Pistons great. You might think his father was a big fan, but it's actually the opposite. His dad was a Laker fan. He lost a bet during the 1989 finals. Incredible story. Pistons went on to beat the Lakers, so he had to name his son Isaiah. I guess he'd be named Magic if they had won.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Glenn Davis is checked in for Griffin. And it's Farmar in for Matt Barnes. Thomas passes to Johnson. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Johnson's got 10 points. And Isaiah grew up in Seattle, loved the Sonics, but also because of his father was a big Lakers fan.
Oh, some conflicting allegiances for Thomas there. I mean, he played 3 years for the Sacramento Kings, who've had their rivalry with the Lakers.
Oh, that's wild.
Seattle made
Man.
their failed bid for the Kings. He has to have mixed emotions there, too.
And these two teams continuing to trade blows like heavyweights in the middle of the ring.
So many times tonight, the energy in this building has gone from one way to the other.
Johnson attacking. Moves off the pick and hammers it home.
Boy, that's some physical basketball out there. I'm glad I'm not in the middle of that. A hard pick and an assault on the bucket.
Old school stuff there.
Yeah, there was a lot to like on that play.
Here's Farmar. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Here's Davis. Rebounded by Tucker.
Take a look at the rebound totals, guys. That's +5 now on the glass.
And, Steve, I don't think there's any question which team came out with more energy and enthusiasm.
Now here's Johnson. 38 points for him last game against San Antonio.
And a huge rebounding night as well, really controlling the glass.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Here's Farmar. Davis sets a screen. Down low. Soft touch off the glass.
So that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And continue to do it. You know, force the defense to maybe send a double team. Now you've got other options to work with offensively.
And the Suns making a change here. Dragic is checked in. Pass to Morris. Johnson against Paul. Johnson's shot is off.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Hit his foot. And the official saying it was kicked. Let's highlight the shooting guard position now and see which among them have averaged the most points in the second half of the season. And you look at Johnson, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
And it's his explosiveness that jumps right out at you. He exploits gaps in the defense better than any player in the league. If there's an opening, he'll find it.
And the opening doesn't have to be there long, Steve, just a nanosecond. I mean, that's the burst this fella possesses, even a hint of daylight, and he'll be right by you.
And here is Los Angeles now. After the miss from Johnson. Here's Farmar. Again, Los Angeles. No shortage of drama here early on.
Well, neither team can grasp control of this thing. I mean, both teams trying to get a hold of it.
What do you think, Steve?
Well, yeah, 8 lead changes already. I mean, that's a big number this early in the game. So we're in for a treat tonight. This is a competitive matchup.
Here's Johnson after the Clippers pick up 2. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Back to Dragic from deep. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
You know, a team's rebounding is one of the great measures of its energy, and theirs has been terrific in the first quarter.
Yep, they were ready to go right from the opening tip. The defenders have to be aware. They cannot allow him that position before he catches the ball.
You're exactly right, Steve. That is his domain.
Now here's Johnson. He's got 12. Rebound by the Clippers. Hawes got 3 rebounds now in this one. Paul dishes to Hawes. Back to Paul. Paul, right side. Bank shot. No good. And Glenn Davis is going to pick up that foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Dragic. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And the second away.
Guys, there's 4 parts to this because I only have 15 minutes to record, so I will leave the other video in my channel. Peace out.